Good afternoon, everyone. I am Angel. My very first review is about a book which is really important for me. I found it when I was 12, and this is about the history of one of the most tragic, traumatizing episodes in the history of Peru. The conquest, or if you want to call it, the invasion of the Inca Empire. The author was Fernando Cabieses. It was published in 1988, and the name is Narration of a Conquest, in which Pucamayok introduces himself in the first volume, which is divided into parts, and he starts the narration. How he survived, he was a witness, of how the Inca Empire went from glory to destruction. The first volume is divided into parts. The first one is an empire in crisis, which is about the last years of the government of Inca Huayna Cápac, the last great Inca, and his military campaigns in what is now Ecuador and Colombia. After he dies, two factions are against each other. The second part is about gods who came from the sea. In that part, we can read about the many battles that the two factions had and how Atahualpa was eventually the winner. He defeated Huáscar, and this part ends with the very famous encounter in Cajamarca. Francisco Pizarro leading the Spaniards versus Atahualpa, the new Inca. The second volume has more detail because you know that there are more documents, more chronicles. The second volume has two parts as well. The first one is El Engaño Viracocha. It means that the Spaniards show the real face and the real intentions, which was gold. Gold and more gold. The Spaniards arrived in Cusco. There was a younger brother of Huáscar and Atahualpa called Manco Inca, who was a puppet in reality. And it is well established here how terribly the Spaniards humiliated him. In many cases, they demanded money, or otherwise Manco was incarcerated, was imprisoned. In one episode, they even demanded the empress, the Coya, Corioclio. So you know the degree to what the Spaniards mistreated the Inca aristocracy, that didn't project respectability at all. So Manco was tired of that, and he started a rebellion in the area of Vilcabamba, which is, let's say, the Amazonia, relatively near Cusco, and there were many battles in which the Incas were also successful, or in many cases they were defeated. Manco Inca dies, is killed by a Spaniard, I think, in the area of Vilcabamba. This is how the testimony, disappears or ends, and in this novel you might find all of that, all of those graphic violence, and also intense love by many Inca princesses who were ignored, and a glossary at the end. Some vocabulary in Quechua, in Aymara, about many important people in the history of my country, also places, and some vocabulary related to animals or plants. This is a really complete book. I have struggled to find some comments on that on the internet. It has remained virtually ignored, I think. Thank you very much, and goodbye.